So friends, we are going to see the second part of the preamble of the Constitution today. In order to understand the limitations or the problems of the preamble of the Constitution, we have divided it into two parts. That is preamble part of the Constitution of India? If it is part of it, what are the reasons? If it is not part of it, what is the reason? And then we will also see, can preamble be amended? So these are the two things we will be looking at in this video. So the first thing is preamble of the Constitution of India part of the Constitution? That is the first question. We have difference of opinion. In 1960, with the case of Berubari case, we call it a famous case. 1960, the Supreme Court would say it is not part of the Constitution of India. Preamble of the Constitution of India is not part of the Constitution. What is the reason? We will, in a very brief, we will see the case, Berubari case, 1960. It has begun already when the division was there, when the partition was taking place between Pakistan and India. There was one Sir Cyril Redcliffe. He was given the charge to divide the areas. When he divided in West Bengal one particular area, when he divided, there was a few thanas he failed to mention in the division. But what happened in 1947, 12th August, 15th August we received the independence, 12th August he gave it to India. But since it was not mentioned in the record, the Pakistan took note of it in 1952. And they had a issue of it, and when it came to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and the Pakistan Prime Minister Mr. Noon, both of them sat together and they came to a consensus. Nehru also wanted to resolve the matter very amicably, so he said certain parts of Pakistan could be given to India, and so some exchange has taken place. Plus, part of Berubari was supposed India agreed to give to Pakistan. However, there was by the time the agreement took place, it is 1958, but we had this Constitution of India in place in 1950. Okay, it is already implemented. So there is a clash of issue. Has the Prime Minister of India got the power to give any of our Indian place to any other country, be it Pakistan or any other country? So it became the constitution issue, and therefore it came to the president, and the president asked for the opinion of the Supreme Court. Supreme Court evaluated it, and Supreme Court said there is a preamble. Why? Because the sovereignty of India came to place and the power of the people, we the people of India. So the preamble, then Supreme Court came with their opinion that preamble is not part of the Constitution in 1960. They gave the verdict. It was 8 bench judges who gave the verdict, and they said it is not part of the Constitution. However, was it possible to amend the Constitution under 368 of the Constitution of India? So that was discussed later, and then they discussed various issues, and then it came with the conclusion that the preamble of the Constitution is not part of the Constitution of India. However, 1973, the same Supreme Court came with a separate, different verdict in the Kesavananda Bharati versus the state of Kerala case. There was confusion, and in the Kesavananda Bharati case, it's a very famous case. We can separately discuss the whole case maybe, but in the Kesavananda Bharati case, they decided that preamble of the Constitution is very much part of the Constitution of India, and it can be amended also. So that is where the stand of the Supreme Court changed, and it is said certain fundamental elements, the essential elements cannot be amended. However, preamble can be amended. That is the verdict they gave. So the preamble, has the Parliament got the power to amend the Constitution? Certainly under 368 of the Constitution of India, the Parliament has the power to amend the Constitution and the preamble, but certain essence of the Constitution, essence of the Preamble cannot be amended. And then preamble is also a guiding light to the constitution. So that we know about it. And then we have the LIC versus Union of India 1995, which again affirms the Supreme Court, same Supreme Court affirms that the preamble is very much part of the Indian constitution. Now, can preamble be amended? That is another question. Yes, preamble. Now, we have already seen in the case of the Bharati case, and we also have seen the LIC case. We have already seen that preamble can be amended. Is there any instance that preamble is amended? Yes. In 1976, during the emergency, preamble was amended in the 42nd amendment of the Constitution of India. In that, preamble is amended. 3 words have been inserted: socialist, secular, and integrity. These are the 3 words have been inserted in the preamble of the Constitution in 1976, the 42nd amendment of the Constitution of India. In that, the preamble has got 3 new words. So, dear friends, the question is very clear now. Preamble can be amended, and preamble is part of the Constitution of India, very much part of the Constitution of India. If there are any comments, any queries, I want to make it very clear, very short this video, but always you can make a comment and I will certainly be happy to respond to you. Thank you.